welcome to the show. Good Vibes Podcast. Live and inspire. Got sub-level. Yes, sir. Megatron. Yes, sir, man. That's on sport. Man, I'm thinking let's just get to it, man.
Today, I have none other than scandalous Mr.
It's possible. Anything is possible. Even you guys are here because you believe in something.
I'm Charlotte Kamete from Manyevele. But this title means really a lot to me.
Miss Beauty Sokwaba Queen.
I am from Magugu.
As for the people that I've worked with, I take them as my sons.
Mr. Max Parker, how are you, sir?
Yes, there, my G. Yes, there, my G. Everything is irritating.
You once doubled on drugs, man.
Yeah, being on drugs, like, for real, like, yo, man, all of them.
Them is Mr. Mpumala. Hey, boy, them bad. I know them bad. Votelale out, my friend.
You know what it is, the Good Vibes Podcast, Live and Inspire. Today we have none other than the great and exclusive interview. We have Miss Thandeka Shiba. She's a poet, she's a journalist, she's a cultural activist, actually. Miss Thandeka, how are you?
I'm good. I feel like I deserve it. Like,
Yo, Megatron in the background.
Major keys! We go, we're good, man.
Yeah. It's good to be here. Good vibes, good vibes. Yeah, okay, let's go. Yeah, I'm okay, man. I'm okay.
What can you tell us about yourself, man? Like, who is Thandeka Shiba and what does she do actually? What's up?
Bad, pendulum, let's move.
It's a private number, actually. I don't know. Hello.
I can imagine.
Yebo.
Hey, Bomba Kweli,
We're in the middle of a shooting here. Come on, man. Hey, good Rieza, las gena mudla. Stokulum. Askis, Shem. Bye bye. Yeah. Sharp.
And you are alive.
Askis, guys. That's one of our actors, G7 Theatre Production, actually. Yeah. Anyway, how are you, man? Please tell us who is Thandeka Shiba and, just let everybody know.
Okay. Hi, I am Thandeka Shiba. I don't know, man.
It's not from the beginning. It's okay when you were you born and raised in Pinar or you just...
Okay. Actually, I was born here, like not here, like in the hospital, but like my parents from Pinari, and then Ngakulisa Koko Namkulu, ngafundzisa umcuba from before ngifika la ngahlala ePhakani.
Okay.
So ngafundzisa ePhakani kancane. I was not supposed to be in school at that time, but I was. And then after that, I came here, ngahlala na Koko Namkulu, and then
Wow, that's nice, man. That's nice, actually. Yeah. So, like your high school days, what did you go to?
Okay, so I went to high school. I went to two high schools. I went to Ekelimbane from grade 8 until grade 9, 10. And then grade 11 and 12 bese ngifunza isitindile because uyakhumbula ngithi iuse at its peak.
Okay.
So this one time lapha eKelebane, out of nowhere, like my
Kelembane was rough that time.
and mina khanda bangangivumeli ukuthi ngibukele ize. Now I'm experiencing this and I was like, and then like a week later this other group of girls bafika bayoshaya but I was like, I can't. And then I told my father that I keep
Kelembane was rough that time.
Bro, like I couldn't understand. I was like, aren't we children?
And they could get them passage like before they turn them into offices.
Sure.
Would you do that power key or corner school?
Yeah, bro, it was like
your cash is gone.
Really rough. Like,
For the young kids who don't know, guys, like about Jenat in my 2000s. What year was this actually?
Roughly
early 2000, like what 2000 and what?
Years 3, 2005.
But the thing is, I need to that school like big nebantu labadala laba solo bangayithethi isikole. So kunebana abadala laba kakhulu labancane labancane kakhulu. So like Nifi Sora and it was crazy.
You know, actually, like lama actors, easy,
yeah.
I figure one time the Pimpagats, the park.
Yeah.
But Papa action.
And then nothing but Hamba was multiplier. It was insane. Yeah, that era was just full of
spies. Hey, Pinas, that day. Was it that rough? Would see Omasuga, we will start somewhere else, or like we must but change schools.
Well, okay, so me and my family was like very cool, so bebang gona bengai na kushala. So ekaya nalenyi worldview eskolweni. Saying lo munye mhlaba lo ngawadi lo mthusako. So for me it was like that, and I don't know,
so that's not about private, you know.
It wasn't even private. Yeah, too. So like, easy, the hectic. There were rape cases. I was thinking, what if they raped me, my pinky pink in my toilet? There was just so many. There was honestly, like, there was so many things. Lebetik tools who exist that will space then. So I made a decision for myself. I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask my parents if I can't leave the school. I can't.
But now it's smooth now.
Like Pinar, man, as a whole. Like,
yeah, it has changed.
People, they never graduate. You know, these young children are going to school, school, but they're university. So, by developer, developer lifestyle. So, shout out to NSFAS, man.
Yeah,
big shout out to Fismas for. Yeah. So, like. Okay, as this book maybe the way on that point actually, a crime say yearly the updates. We have a lot of graduates and all that, but do we get jobs though? Like,
I think the issue of jobs is jobs are jobs.
Yeah.
Jobs are a system.
Yeah.
A patriarchal system because kwakhela bunyindi. My families abo mancane konke kwabo vele impilo yabo le lifespan lencane. They know ukuthi they're not gonna exist longer, but thina abantu abamnyama sicabanga siyathi ukuthi saphila before siphila nyana satophila futhi sishilo, you know. So vele angeke kungekho ngene bantu. You know? So lama degrees meaning ngicabanga ukuthi thine sithi develop personally so that we are able now to implement the knowledge lesiyifunzile. Like uma ufunza a medical degree uthole ama loopholes ukuthi okay, because ngibe ne practice in the next 3 to 4 years, what channel should I look
maybe you can
for?
have your own.
Yeah, you know, so like the education must open doors. It must just not be an education just to have it as education, as a certificate. Say I have the education. We must have the education and then interpret in our daily lives. I think there's so many. I mean, in Africa, it has a lot to give. There's so much that we can still contribute and let's not create
and also we should change the narrative that we should go to school. After school, you go to tertiary. After tertiary,
that's the system they want you in.
We should also change it, you know, and have that entrepreneurship thing, you know, where you don't have to go to school only, but when you come back, at least you create jobs, and at least you become your own boss, where you can hire maybe like 10 or 5 people. You know, that way you can make a difference, or like a small change. You
Yeah.
understand? I think also it could help our young people out there.
I think, yeah, that's important. Also, primarily to understand why you go to school, why that education.
Yeah.
You know, that's why when you mark certain grades, you can choose subjects. That's the first breakdown of where life is going to throw you.
Yeah.
You know? So the first, the subjects, unfortunately.
And the kids take it light. I just want to pass fast.
Exactly.
That's a life decision.
That's a life decision
Yeah.
that will impact the kind of individual that you'll be in society, in your family, everywhere in life. So those are the important things for us to really understand what, yes, it is a system, why that system has existed for decades. For it to exist this long, it makes it work. We just need to understand the how of it so that we make it work for us. We interpret according to what is available for us. I think.
And even also have more technical subjects, you know, instead of having just engineering like you. Because most of the time, in science, you know, they'll be like, we don't have much scientists and what. Yeah, true. But there's a child who would go to science and also end up not loving science. You understand? So why can't we just have more technical schools where I have a potential in art? Yeah, well, after grade 8 or grade 9, can I just choose my own faculty?
And our schools don't support art. Those public schools.
Man, you know,
don't give a shit about
can't
art.
we just, you know, like change that narrative and say, guys, let's have more technical things. Yeah, well, like technical subjects where kids could just be, you know, focusing on what they think is good for them. I understand. I agree with you mostly.
Also, I think what is important is, I'm going to go back to the issue of subject choosing to say, if it's science, it's not just the subject, it's not just the equations, the understanding or the solutions, the catalysts. It's not that. It's a culture. It's a whole lifestyle. There are so many other elements that feed into science in its holistic view than just you taking out an equation and solving it. So maybe that's where we need to, when they speak of decolonization of education, I think maybe that's where they were trying to get to say, if the people really understood what this education is supposed to unlock in them, then they would be learning in an understand in letting willing observe whatever you are feeding them. So I think that is important to say. Even English as a culture, say English when you manifest English esikoleni nedinga abathi netikoleni tethu basifundise English ngeSwati. Like no mem nayo uthi ufaka is or a lapha.
It's already packed up.
So so I mean, it's still English teacher, although she was like serious, but nakabona ukuthi asiva athi ngisho make mungpheng. So there are so many barriers in delivering information. I think maybe kufuna sithole indlela yokucommunicator njengale frustration lesinayo, say now there's so many graduates aside ukuthi silendeni say okay my graduates yini lena nikufunzeleni. You know, maybe la graduates adzinga ukuthi ahlale ku community maybe for a mnyaka abe afunza ukuthi okay le degree like community yami ichaza kuthini isita bani, and then I create demand say okay phela mina ngikhona lo ngafida lokho, you know, and then maybe grow from there and have, you know, systems that are feeding. I don't know, I think.
Let's discuss mostly in our educational systems. You will find that we use English in most subjects, but then English is not our mother tongue. So you will find that a person will go to school from primary, secondary, tertiary, using just one language, their mother tongue, which is English or Afrikaans. And then when it's us, Swat, or I don't know, maybe the Zulu and Xhosa and all that. Can we just also, you know, can they please implement on that also? It's okay. Can someone have a degree in law, but they study that degree in their own languages?
Okay.
You understand? It will take time.
It's impossible, bro.
It's impossible. No, man. You know what's in your you will find what's in the like mapugla bafunza abantwana ne. Bafunza when it comes to ngesiswati. Bayifunza imaths ngesiswati. Understand? Ukhona like bakusebenzisa
by translate.
Yeah, by translate.
So
I understand.
Like that's script in English.
Yeah.
Do this Swati translate. I translate what it would say. Yeah.
Sometimes not all it could help, but it will take time. I understand. It's just that what I'm saying would say sometimes it's I go allow my degrees now. I will allow my English now, Afrikaans, whatever. But only to find we would say age.
Inkinga yathi ukuthi i-degree yona ye-English. So kufuna siqale translate le degree ka.
Thank you. Exactly my point. Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So language.
Sure.
In language is the first language, biological language. Nge-language ukhona kuchaza yonke into. So if say labo gogo laba hlete emakhaya labe bathe thola ukuthi lo mkhulu lona useve esigodlweni ammeli angithi lapha esigodlweni nginemmeli so if lo mkhulu loyo angaba nendlela yokuba accredited ukuthi according to i-system yebantu labamnyama uyakhona ku deliver i-justice then labantu labamnyama bafunze lo mthetho loyo umthetho wabo babe bawufunza nge-language yabo.
Yeah.
Babe solve ama situations abo la organic to born. So that's what I think. Like I don't know.
Will assist.
It
will.
Yeah.
Mangiva yabo. They say there's a country la South Africa. Whereby baphila nge constitution yabo, imali yabo, currency yabo. Everything, yeah, I think it's called Orania or something.
No, it's a town.
It's a
so
town.
these guys, but develop but say the power system, yeah, but they are not affected by this load shedding. Their own water supply, and the mangam, and they're racist as fuck. They don't want any black nigga there.
No, uyofuna wena kuqala
They will change your
they have their own system that helps
like,
them.
It's not a free country then.
But
no, like uyofuna ngifana nokuthi sithine belungu ba insist ukuthi bafuna kuhlala nathi eMkwaZulu Natal but lethe bafuna ukuthi thine sibende over sikwende kube conducive ukuthi bona bahlale nathi kube thi bona basukile la basuka khona but ngcono basibuyele kudzala ke nabafika enzaweni babulale bucebe phasi. You know, angicabanga ukuthi I don't know ukuthi i-society kuyiwa njani but I think belungu patriarchal funa siqale simukele lo bese siyeke la adopt ama systems abo la bewendele for bantu labancane bese sithi siyawafuna thina and sifuna sisebenzele thina angeke asiqaleleni ethu vele la accommodate ama masses.
No,
you have too much knowledge. You have too much knowledge.
And
we live in as South Africans.
That nigga is paid.
We live in. We have split personalities. There are South Africans online and there are South Africans in reality. The ones that don't have access to the internet that could have contributed to what was happening in the country because. Whether you are EFF or not, we cannot be blind to the difficulties of being a South African. And we are stripped of even our pride of claiming to be South African. I mean, being South, you know, an American, anywhere in the world, they go, I'm American. It's a sense of pride. It's a sense of security. You know, they won't touch you. You're American. So we are lacking that as South Africans that, you know, live that Zimbabwe pride of being black, of you know of being a South African. Besides being black, we are black first, and then now you have to be now a black South African, and that's where we are missing. Say, how can we be proud black South Africans?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, there's too much knowledge
I
there.
think we should have like a course on that, you know, like some sort of.
Yes, that's part of the decolonization.
How to become a South African.
How to be South African, And also, but the thing is, how to be a South Africa is an economy. So the brand South Africa is now sold differently. So how to be a South African will be taken from the Twitter street narrative. It won't be incorporated with wena. Nago kwakho tobo react kanjani ufuna gogo wakho akuthethisele ukuthi awukakhiphi ichicken free but labo gogo lo ihlabako kweyinkukhu what's the reaction you know because kunemakhaya la ngayikhiphi the freeze lasayibamba lapha that's the South Africa it's as if le South Africa le include ama villages and the original organic South Africans say move away to focus on the economical part of South Africa and the village is losing relevance to say which South Africa do we belong to.
And that's our own thing, that's South Africa dog.
And that's South Africa, the village are the actual South Africa.
Now we're changing, so far in the States man. Dog. We are adopting their lifestyle.
We must just learn to globalize the villages. That's what now we must just village global.
Also we must go back and say, you know what, now we are going back to agriculture, you understand, when it comes to our economy.
Here's my thing. Go back. What is going back? You never left.
No, I'm not saying going back as in like you are now in the urban areas and what. I'm saying from you as a person, you understand, and our culture and our history. You will find with Ekaya, they couldn't see. There's a crowd there with cows and what. But now, especially us black South Africans. Accending like that, you understand? And that process is economy say depend more onto the
white folks.
The white folks, I don't want to say the white folks, but like we're depending
corporate.
Corporate actually. So let's start. It will mean it will actually make a difference. We'll see that thing. You will see we still have our own, you understand? Like we have our own hectares, you have your own house, nyana, you still
let's bring back the land, dog. You know? Let's bring back the land. Because my must you will look at look now, good see you. I never call a glee. Don't challenge my hectare.
Yo, mina indaba ye-agriculture because ifaka land, ifaka amanzi, ifaka igezi. Into lesingana access to as commoners in this country. So mina ngithi aslimeni mara aslimeni ukuthi sidefeata thina ecala siyalamba nyalo ngoba imali ifuna ithenga i-braai pack. You know, imali ifuna ithenga.
Sifuna sithenga impuphu da back then impuphu besiyende ekhaya.
So asiqaleni isakheni ukuthi just sidle mina silambile. You know, that's like if we are hungry and we are living kangaka because we are just hungry.
Yeah, we need jobs because we are hungry.
And then we are hungry. So in South Africa, you'd find you know the rent, ne? You'd find ukuthi njengoba silayipinari asahambisani kahle kahle nevalue yerandi la South Africa. I am telling you, you'd find sensing irandi lona actually is worth 10 rand. So for us to access things that cost 1 rand like South Africa, let's even at 10 rand. The job was like
Look, let's take a young break.
Good fast podcast, we'll be back, man.